3, 2, 1 and go.
Hi there guys, welcome to Dino's Vault. I am super excited to bring you the EV revolution you and I have been waiting for. Affordability, range, practicality and performance, you name it, this one has it. Say hello to the Vida VX2 Plus that is here to absolutely change the game and make you believe in the new mobility solution that's being embraced worldwide, that is the EV revolution. Now, what have Hero packed into it to make me so convinced that this is going to be an absolute blockbuster in the electric scooter segment? Now, we've had a lot of players trying their hand at this, but I think for the first time, this formula seems so picture perfect that it will be hard to resist for every family to get one for themselves. So let's get started. First of all, the design. Just look at the design. It's not a monocoque construction, but it looks like a very well built scooter with a very universally accepted design language because it's cohesive, it is modern, it is robust, and it's not a metal body structure, but it looks sturdily built. The panels are well put together, integrated blinkers within the panel of the front panel, and then you have a very beautifully laid out DRL. Now the way the DRL lights up, be it the front DRL, they call it the V Care DRL, front as well as the tail lamp, everyone has both the lighting elements has this kind of a layout. You have kind of dual lighting elements right over here, multiple lighting elements are here, but the major ones are these two to offer good light throw. So secondly, you have telescopic forks to offer plush ride quality. 12-inch front wheel as well as 12-inch rear wheel to offer perfect balance and poise and control and stability. An adequate amount of ground clearance. Now exactly ground clearance is not mentioned in the spec sheet. You can get to know by visiting the dealership, but you can see adequate amount of ground clearance here. And the best part here is accessible seat and nice and spacious seat for a family scooter. You have adequate space for the rider, more than adequate space for the pillion. Even a small kid can accommodate him or herself in between. And then when you sit on the scooter, very well sorted ergonomics. Just look at it, it looks like a well built proper scooter. It doesn't look minuscule, it doesn't look as if it, like a flood victim or anything or malnourished. It looks nice, muscular, well built scooter with sturdy build quality. And you have a front glove box here that is cleverly incorporated to put your stuff here. You can put your phone here. You have a front hook to hook on your bags and baggages after you've gone shopping for groceries. You have a charging socket here to utilize, and you can charge your phone by putting it in the pocket. The pockets are nice and deep, says that you can be rest assured that it's not going to pop out and fall unless you're going to ride like a madman. Then the panels, just look at it, flat floorboard because the batteries are incorporated right underneath the seat. Now more than sufficient leg room. Now I don't know how they managed to do this despite giving this frunk kind of a setup here. They have also optimized leg room. Now even for a taller rider up to 6 feet tall, I think he can easily feel comfortable because of the scooped out front panel. Ignition slot is right over here. You do get a key, which is a good thing. And as I told you, very well upright seating posture, comfortable seat, neatly positioned handlebars for all day long riding without feeling fatigued. Okay, now this is sorted. Now next, looking at the boot space, that is the practicality factor. Now you can turn off the ignition, open the boot. Now this is the Vida VX2 Plus. So it has a 3.4 kilowatt hour battery setup, but it is a dual battery setup. So you have two batteries right underneath this. that are removable. So the charging solution is well taken care of. Boot space is 27 liters. So 27 liters of boot space despite having two batteries here. And how did they manage to pull that off? Because the motor is mounted on the swing arm. Because the actual PMSM motor comes mounted on the swing arm, they could utilize more space and give us more boot space here. So that makes practicality top notch. Because not only do you have a usable space, I mean boot right over here, 27 liters, you also have a frunk right over here that can be used to store more stuff. And of course the batteries that are removable, you can carry them home and charge it overnight with a portable charger. And then the battery packs we've already talked about. The range, okay, so this is the VX2 Plus. There's another variant called VX2 Go, which is a more affordable variant. Now the pricing for this is the absolute game changer. 1 lakh rupees for the entire scooter including the battery. But if you want to make it even more affordable, more flexible option, अरे यार EMI option नहीं है क्या, थोड़ा सा आप में can't we experience this with time, उतना budget नहीं है, then you can pay just 57,000 rupees and use battery as a service platform to own the scooter. Now how does that work? So it's like getting a postpaid phone service, like getting a monthly bill of 1,000 rupees or 2,000 rupees or 1,800 depending on the plan you choose. Similarly, you have 3 plans here for the VX2 Plus. So I'll just quickly run you through the 3 plans that are on offer. You have plan 1, plan 2, plan 3. Plans start from as low as just 800 rupees per month. Imagine that. So 800 rupees, 1600 rupees and 2400 rupees, multiples of 8. And the tenure you pay for is 60 months, 36 months or 24 months. And eventually you end up spending just 1 rupee 40 paisa if you're going for the plan 3, that is 800 rupees module, or if you're paying if you're going for plan 2, which is 1600 rupees plan, you end up paying just spending just 1 rupee per kilometer. And if it is plan 1, which is 2400 rupees per month plan, you end up spending just 90 paise per kilometer. That is the per kilometer costing if you are owning it through battery as a service. But if you're buying it outright, I think 1 lakh is still very affordable. And in most of the states there is no road tax, so there is not much of that penalty or that burden that you get, nor okay, insurance is very nominal amount that you end up paying. So the affordability factor, that is the best part. Then the practicality and usability factor. What is the top speed? 80 kilometers per hour top speed. Again, it is very decent. It's not limiting you to 50 or 60 kilometers. Giving you 80 kilometers per hour top speed gives you adequate overtaking power even on highways. That is really good. So this is something that we'll use only in the city, and for that 80 kilometers per hour top speed is more than sufficient. And then of course the region. So you have different riding modes, you have region, you have reverse mode and whatnot. So first of all, as I told you, the battery pack, 3.4 kilowatt hour battery pack, the PMSM motor, what is the peak power? 6 kilowatt of peak power output from the PMSM motor, 25 Newton meters of torque. So you have enough torque on offer when you ring the throttle. So that is something very interesting and very usable. And riding modes, you have 3 different riding modes: eco, normal and sport. And there's also boost function. Now let me explain that in a very elaborate manner by showing you the speedo console. This is the startup animation of the Vida VX2. You have the 84 kilometer range being apparent, 83% charge. So with 83% you're getting 84 kilometers. That is phenomenal. So for 100% it showed 100 kilometers, and it is not dropping drastically. We've been riding at pretty fast speeds through the highway, and not much of region has been used, but still it is not a night and day kind of a drop or a huge drop in the range just because we've been not using the brake energy. You have a rocket symbol right over here, which is actually a boost mode. Now to turn it on, you just need to press the brake and turn it on, and the motor is on. And here you have a joystick to actually control your user interface. Okay. So long pressing on this button right over here, which is the joystick to navigate through the user interface, it will take you through the main menu. So here you have the display and appearance that can be changed as per your wish and will. Get into appearance. Here auto, you have light or dark mode. So we are, I think, in the light mode. We can change it into dark mode if you want. So this, I think, should actually change it into dark mode. Okay, then we'll go back, get into appearance, change it to dark. Okay, then it comes like so. Then you have brightness. You can change it to auto, low, medium, high. We'll put it at high for now. You have widgets that you can play around with. Trip, this can be changed as per your wish and will. My scooter, and here you have the boost mode. So turn on boost mode. Then even in the eco mode, when you open the throttle suddenly, it automatically activates the boost mode and gives you that surge to perform those quick overtakes. That's a very practical thing, but you have to come into the menu and turn it on such that it works. Okay, then you have the about scooter and all those things. So that's pretty much it. A very simple user interface with the range on one side, battery, state of charge, SOC on one side, clock, Bluetooth connectivity and whatnot. And now that we are here, I'll quickly show you the app as well. So this is the app home page once you have installed it and paired it with the scooter. Okay, so here you have eco range 84 kilometers, 84% state of charge, and here you have remote immobilization that you can turn on, live tracking, geofencing. It shows how much money you're saving, how much emission, CO2 emissions are being, prevented or saved, and distance covered and all those things. Then, say for instance, we want to go to airport. Let's see whether it loads the map or not. So I'll put Kempagoda Airport, International Airport, send to scooter. So this is turned on now, and when you turn on the scooter, it is supposed to, okay, now it is supposed to show the navigation. We are getting it on the phone in the app. So we saw how the navigation works fine. Then you have the documents, your license and registration certificate that can be saved here, trip analytics as per your riding style, all trips today, how much distance we've covered, the kind of riding style and everything, and battery analytics as to how well the battery efficiency is working out. Other OTA updates, vehicle sharing can be done, and to charge your scooter you can use this at the charging hub, and to book your service. And I think that's pretty much it. Even you have a user manual right over here. So this is the blue evooter. So the color and the model name is clearly mentioned here once you open the app. So that's pretty much it, guys. As I told you, we should have actually shown you the riding modes also. That's pretty much apparent right over here, because here you have a dedicated mode button, which when you hit the button, it changes the mode. So once you turn the motor on, once you switch the mode, it is in eco mode now, it is ride mode, and it is sport mode. Now another thing you need to note is the changing range. Now in eco mode, as I told you, 83% charge, it shows 83 kilometers, and in ride mode 83% charge, it shows 62 kilometers, and in sport mode with 83% charge, it shows 55 kilometers, which is still very usable to have fun on the run. So I think that is what makes it a usable proposition and such a stellar value for money proposition. Okay, and we've talked about the battery, we've talked about the specs, features, and I've also given you the pricing. So there are two options. So buy it outright for rupees 1 lakh, the Vida VX2 Plus, or you can buy it using the battery as a service plan for initial payment of 57,000 and choosing the plan of your choice. So what is your opinion? Do you think this overtakes the likes of Chetak and Ather and Olas out there in terms of value for money and practicality and usability by offering a very aggressively priced product, as well as at the same time a very well built product and a practically usable product? Feel free to comment below. Do you think this is here to stay and here to slay the competition? Again, feel free to comment below and let me know. If you are a Vida owner, what is the kind of ownership experience you've had? Feel free to comment below. So thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Next is the ride impression as to how it feels to ride in real world conditions. Let's hit the road.